Even from the beginning, when it was the bedroom, everyone was in awe of it. It caused articles about it, but it just didn't make any sense. And even being in the space, it didn't make any sense. Its purpose is obviously subject to our buyer.
It's not normal for people to have a 2,000 square foot ballroom in their house or a 3,000 square foot bedroom in their house. So we kind of had to weigh what we thought would be the most appropriate use of the space. The primary bedroom is 3,000 square feet, the primary suite in general. It is a full-size home with 3 bathrooms. It has essentially everything that you could need to live in it, but it's just a bedroom. So you would go from a 700 square foot bedroom into another 1,900 square foot bedroom that stepped up to 20-foot ceilings with just 2,000 square foot marble dais for your bathtub and your vanity and your shower. It has so much space and so much volume. So we're gonna take it back to the way it was before it was added on. In 1970s, the 9-foot ceilings is where the bedroom was. So we are gonna put the bathroom back where the bathrooms were, the bedroom back where the bedroom was, and we're gonna take the massive addition from 87 and turn that into a ballroom, a flex space. It will have hardwood flooring and big open windows that you can step out onto the balcony.
Giant fireplace.
Giant fireplace, and hopefully the future owner will do something super cool with it. We are gonna leave it open to them and just make it this huge, huge open space with those awesome plaster ceilings.
Essentially a rec room. It could be anything.
Articles that come out are all about the 3,000 square foot main bedroom. It's the size of an average family house in America. So we had double king bed, 2 king mattresses turned sideways, completely built in, completely built just for this space. And then this platform was raised all the way to the fireplace with travertine floors, and it had the bathroom. So there was a 10.5-foot tall shower. There was actual plants in here with dirt and rocks. So it had a drain in it so you could water your actual plants in there. The back side of the shower was open. The water from the shower could also spill over here. They had a whole kind of wet room over here. You had your giant jetted tub, Roman style step up, a giant 16-foot vanity with plants up top, all your access to outdoors. Around the corner is the toilet room and a closet. This was the direct center of the bed. They had all the wires coming up. He left the windows so you can see the 5 window walls this way and 1 this way. This remained open, so you had kind of a sitting room where his old bedroom was, and the bed over in that space, and the 2 more bathrooms over there. So it's technically a 3-bathroom bedroom.
This is the jetted tub that was built up on the pedestal, steps on all sides of travertine tile. Very Grecian Roman bathhouse is kind of what it looked like. Giant
1-inch feed lines in, so this tub would fill up very fast. It was all cased in concrete.
The demo was incredible.
It was a lot. We are in rough framing still up here, rough electrical, rough plumbing, and we have finished rough HVAC. Here we ran into an issue with the beam that we put downstairs. We started to uncover the floor because it was massively uneven. Thin set mortar to try and level this thing out when we started demoing it, and we realized that that point over there and this point over here are about 3 inches of difference. These are dimensional 2x10 lumber. They cannot span the 22 feet that they are currently spanning. So instead we went through and sistered in an additional set of 2x10s to all 22 joists. Our carpenters were able to raise the floor a little bit so that now when we put sheeting down, it'll be all perfectly level. This is the dividing wall between the future ballroom and the current primary bedroom. This will be your bedroom space. We imagine a bed here. This will all be walled off. You'll have your fireplace. As we get the subfloor in and as we get it secure, we will then have walls over here to divide up your bathroom, hallway, closet, bedroom. Originally when it was built, this was the back end of the house. This was the bedroom as it was in the 70s, and in 80s that was built onto it. So we're basically going backwards, reworking the bathrooms over here to make it so that it's 1 continuous huge bathroom as opposed to 3 multiple bathrooms. Behind me, the new closet. It was previously a 1-bedroom apartment. We're converting it into a closet because the space didn't really have enough closet space, we feel, for modern living. We see this space as kind of a mixed use space. We see maybe an office, we see maybe a nursery. So we'll have a wet bar. You really don't want to go down and take 400 steps to go to the kitchen to get water if you need to in the middle of the night. This is the secondary space. This is kind of the more glamorous room. It'll have shoes. We'll have an island here with a chandelier, countertop for folding. That way you can have washer and dryer right in your closet. And then we'll move into this space where the clothes will be. Wall-to-wall cabinets, shelves everywhere, 3-part closet. I guess this would technically be the main closet, and then we'll have a secondary closet over here. This was kind of the previous connector between the 2 apartments. So instead it's going to turn into a closet, which is about 20 feet by 7 feet. It goes all the way back here and it'll be walled off. Back through here is where you can go into the ballroom. We'll keep that public, we'll keep this private. This will be your 4th or 5th closet. Entrance into the bedroom, we're gonna actually enter into a hallway. Over here is the start of the bathroom. So there will be a wall right here. This will be the entrance into the bathroom. It'll be centered on the bedroom. And as you come in here, you'll have a couple different spaces. This is all bathroom here. So to my left, we'll have makeup vanity. To my right, freestanding tub, toilet powder room, the gigantic 7x8 shower. Shower is 7 feet this way, 8 feet this way, bench all the way across, shower on each side, and an entrance into your bathroom over here.
So we're back in the vestibule hallway area, kind of the foyer to the primary suite. And then this way takes you into the primary bedroom.
We didn't feel the need to have a big open dressing room, closet, bathroom. That's why kind of the whole idea behind the vestibule and the sort of transitioning space of the hallway is you come in off of the public area of your house and you come into a space and a retreat that's strictly just for you.
When we discussed, like, is this bedroom too small? I mean, the whole thing's the bedroom.
This is kind of a king-size bed.
So
here.
when we say small, it's you still
have 20 steps before you even get to the hallway. We have the primary patio access. So we're taking down this kind of heavy soffit area that was a wall here so that we can go back for an iron railing, get some visibility over your pool. You have 50 acres and right now you can only see 0.2 acres. So we'd like to leave all the big tall trees and then we're gonna cut down all of the smaller weedy trees. In the ballroom, 10 months in, as we uncovered the floor to ceiling fabric, we realized that they definitely drywalled with the thought that the padding was going on right after. So our drywaller wanted 3 rows of the drywall taken off. Would have taken him about the same time to go through and skim and finish everything. So it wouldn't have been a cost savings to us, and the better product is gonna be just a brand new sheet of drywall all the way around everything. We're almost there with this room. This room's gonna be exciting when it becomes a big bright room instead of somehow a dingy 20-foot tall room. So behind me is the old shower, 10-foot tall glass, 12-foot tall shower. We are not keeping it, so there's the platform that was built up around here. We're getting all the piping capped and reworked, but this will all come out along with the tub plumbing. It'll just be a nice, clean, smooth hardwood floor for you to use it for whatever you want it. So behind me has kind of been the thorn in our side. These windows, we had a lot of really spectacular ideas of bifold doors that we're gonna open all the way up. What we think we're gonna end up with is replacing them how they are with a middle slider in the middle. So there'll be 6 of these and they'll all be able to open up just one section in the middle, but it'll similarly be the same kind of silhouette as it is right now. None of these open, none of these work. So there's only one section over here and then there's a broken one over there. I don't think there's gonna be a real energy efficiency issue. We're facing north right now, so there's not a lot of direct sunlight. Ultimately, I think that we wanted access onto this deck. And if we left these how they were, they're a little bit leaky. There's a little bit of mold in here that we're gonna have to take over. We were gonna be touching and repainting every single thing anyway. So if we could get them watertight and sealed and have brand new ones that are all operable, I think that's kind of where we landed on.
We're 11 months in. Welcome to the primary suite. We're currently standing in the primary bathroom. Drywall is done and sanded and it's ready for paint. We're really making like finishing moves right now and it feels good. This is probably my favorite view of the house. I just love the iron balcony against the courtyard and then the circle drive with the pond. It's special. So we are standing in the primary closets. It feels crazy now that it's fully drywalled and like you can feel the spaces. This one is the utility one where actual clothes go, but even that room has a full bay window and bench. And then this middle space is where the island's going to be, the chandelier and kind of like a purse, shoe, get ready. That third space can be additional closet. It's got a full wet bar in it, like a study office or a nursery. And then there's additional closet space beyond that also. So it's just the closet of dreams. There's still a lot to go, but we start to feel like it doesn't feel quite overwhelming, but the amount of finish work on this project, usually it feels very relieving at this point, but there's so much finish work. I enjoy that side of things more. Corey actually likes the beginning stages. He likes seeing it all come together for sure. I do definitely enjoy this end of the projects much more than the beginning. So I'm more in my element now, but it still feels overwhelming.
You have now completely drywalled off.
Yes.
The ballroom
Yes.
largest American bedroom.
Yes. We know we're going to get some kickback from that. Understandable because it's super cool and the space is still there. It exists. We didn't take away square footage, kind of delegated the spaces a lot more appropriately. We stand by it. We feel pretty good about the outcome of what we've got here. We're standing on the landing area before you get to the ballroom. These stairs go to now the garden room. Didn't previously, but we did open that up. When guests come, they can come in through the garden room, up these steps to this landing, and then this is the catering kitchen, storage, and then into the ballroom. So yes, The primary bedroom is now on the other side of that wall. It is not a part of this, but this room still feels grander because all of this stuff is out and the bathroom's not here anymore and the bedroom's not here and it's fully open. It feels appropriate, it feels luxurious, it feels special. So we're super excited to get the flooring down in here and for it to just feel like an open, intentional space.
We are here in the ballroom landing now. Behind you is the original primary suite that was 3,000 square feet. We closed it off. Now this is the only way up and into this ballroom. So we have the staircase down here that leads to the garden room and outside to the driveway. To my right, we have the 2-bedroom apartment that we are keeping as a 2-bedroom apartment. And to my left, we have a catering kitchen. So some changes we made to this space were, this used to be the laundry room for the 2 apartments. Laundry room.
Hallway, laundry room, in between apartments. Here's our attic access.
So we have a nice clean open 12 by 12 space for guests or people to kind of mingle before they step into the main ballroom space.
So Chelsie, talk to me about the ballroom space.
Even from the beginning, when it was the bedroom, everyone was in awe of it. It caused articles about it, but it just didn't make any sense. And even being in the space, it didn't make any sense from a living perspective. We're selling it as, yes, we keep saying ballroom, but it's a rec room. Its purpose is obviously subject to our buyer. It could be a movie room or an entertainment room, or it's a playroom or whatever. But in our storyline, we see people arriving in the driveway and the garden room as being congregating space and this staircase coming up. And then you have this area that we've opened up so much and people being entertained in this large span space that looks over the property.
Both the acreage wise and house size wise, someone who buys this may or may not like to entertain. We like to assume that they probably will. So we kind of wanted to keep the house proper, like the main house, subject to a private life. Have these big public events where it's either charity or a wedding or a graduation party, and you could have 200 people up here and they would never touch your main house. And that's kind of how we had to approach a space this large. We kind of had to deconstruct it into, okay, how is it going to be lived in? How would we want it to be lived in? It's not normal for people to have a 2,000 square foot ballroom in their house or a 3,000 square foot bedroom in their house. So we kind of had to weigh what we thought would be the most appropriate use of the space. So we landed on a public ballroom space. We are keeping largely everything the same. We are removing all of the sliders down here and making them into functional sliders. Right now there's only 1 or 2 that are operable. We wanted them all to open up. So there's a balcony out here. It looks out over the pool where the old tiger cage was in the pond. I think it would be really cool to have a bunch of people up here and have a big projector screen and have all these doors open up. You have your own private powder room over there. That's kind of all we're really changing. I think that the main focus of this room is to mute everything down so that we can really highlight the ceiling. The ceiling we were nervous about because of just how intense it is, and now when you kind of tone it down, the ceiling can kind of shine, and where you want to leave it and just let it be the piece of artwork that it is. And I think it really adds to the level of detail in this house. So behind me is the back side of the house. We have hallway bathroom, ensuite bathroom, the kitchen right below me, which also doubles as your primary bedroom patio. We're not sure how we're going to finish this yet, if we're going to finish this, but we're imagining some sort of divider between the 2 spaces so that there's the ballroom balcony, primary bedroom balcony. We had all the guys out here working on securing the new deck and siding the outside of this. So we decided to go with a PVC paneling on the outside. The entire exterior that's not brick is plywood. So everything that was rotting we had to remove, and we did PVC. It'll last for 100 years. It'll never rot. They rebuilt the soffits and the drip edge. We've had a lot of issues as we were redoing this kitchen. We just put in all the money for the kitchen, and basically the first day we got drywalled and painted, it started leaking in. So now we've got this brand new membrane on top. We've got brand new insulation on there. It's got a nice drip edge, a nice soffit, a nice overhang. So before the gigantic 1987 addition to the house, this is where the house ended. So this was the back of the house, the primary bedroom, as well as this was here. This was original to the 1971 house. The massive 2-story ballroom is the addition in the 80s.
We're on month 13, clearly past our year mark. So we are in the primary shower space. This is almost done, getting tiled right now with all Carrera marble tile. We went with a large format on the bottom with a chair rail in the middle to break it up and subway up. It will have 2 full shower systems on either side of the shower. It's a full heated floor as well as a heated seat. It's pretty cool. cool. So this used to be the 1-bedroom apartment. You came up from the stairs from the garage, and where we're standing right now was the family room. There was not an opening here. That was closed off in the end of the house. We opened that up to connect to the bedroom to become the full primary closet. And then we added the wet bar here. And then these walls are all support walls. So we kept the chunks of this space the same and did not move the support walls. So as we move into this space, this was the kitchen. And then the bathroom was here, which we chunked the bathroom to make this space here as well as the primary shower. This was the bedroom, and now it's the utility part of the closet. So the apartments were above the garages originally. So right now we're standing above the garages. This wall was here to separate the apartments in the garage space from the main house. There was no connection. We opened this up and created this space to flow and create our primary suite. So this is the entrance to the second apartment. This is the 2-bedroom, and we are keeping that. We're not doing a whole lot. The kitchen is actually really nice, so that is staying, and then it's right by your entrance to the rec room ballroom. So we are currently in the ballroom. This wall here is the wall that was previously open from the primary bedroom. This is where we closed it off. That was the original build, so we put it back, and that's what's on the other side, and now it's our full ballroom. So today they are taking out all of the old sliders that were inoperable, and we are putting all the new windows in, and then they'll wrap them all with the dark aluminum that matches the rest of the house. So we are in the primary suite. We put the footprint back to its original build when it was built in the 70s. That wall here, again, was originally here. That was the end of the house. And then in the 80s, the addition was put on with the 20-foot ceilings and the massive primary suite. We have separated them to give that kind of its own thing over there and put the bedroom back to its original feel.